Hey, what's up guys, my name is Tamprd. Now you're probably wondering, 2 videos in just 2 days? Yeah, I know, it's kind of strange, but there's a reason for it. So the Black Ops Cold War CreateaClass, Gunsmith, and Scorestreak system has been revealed by Treyarch. So what I'm going to be doing is reacting to all this. We're going to go through it and kind of point out some of the stuff that I think is interesting, I think might be overpowered, I think might be underpowered, or just whatever. In regards to Black Ops Cold War. With that being said, let's watch this CreateaClass and Scorestreak stuff. So here we have the creative classes first.
Let's talk about two of the most significant and impactful features of multiplayer, CreateaClass and Scorestreaks. Our goal with CreateaClass and Cold War is to empower you without making trade-offs.
Right off the bat, this kind of reminds me of Modern Warfare's CreateaClass system, where you have a primary, a secondary, lethal, tactical, and then perks. On the bottom. So I can also already tell that there's some stuff attached to it, like fast mags on this weapon. There's also suppressors on both, as well as 2 grips over there. Also, that's an exo stock right there too, not sure if you noticed that, plus the optics on both weapons. And it looks like overkill is equipped here too. I'm not sure if that'll be a perk, but yeah, let's continue watching this.
This year, better starts with simpler. CreateaClass will be a slot-based system, no longer governed by allocations or the Pick 10 system.
Alright, here, let's go back right here. So, yeah, as we can see here, it looks like we have XM4 base versions, 1911 base versions, and it looks like the versions are going to be based off of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, which, in my opinion, I think is really good, because I feel like Modern Warfare had a really good CreateaClass system. You really felt like you had a ton of freedom with how you could design your weapon. So I'm so glad to see that being applied to Black Ops Cold War. Now, one thing that's pretty interesting, 2 things actually. First of all, field upgrades are going to be a thing within the creative classes themselves. I think that's a good thing, because then you can like pick whatever field upgrade you want for a specific mode. Let's say, for example, you want like a you want dead silence, even though I know that's going to be a perk. But like, let's suppose this were Modern Warfare. Let's suppose I wanted dead silence for a search and destroy class setup. I could put it in the class setup and not have to worry about changing the field upgrade mid-game. And then I could use maybe a trophy system for like domination or hardpoint. So I think that's really good. The second thing that's interesting though is the wildcards. So in case you haven't noticed, Treyarch has done this for their Pick 10 system ever since Black Ops 2. They have had a wildcard there. And then Sledgehammer pretty much copied that, put that in their game. And then I think Infinity Ward had something like that in Infinite Warfare. But yeah, as we can see here, Gunfighter pretty much equipped what looks like 8 attachments on the frickin' XM4. So yeah, wildcards could do different stuff. For example, there's Danger Close, which can equip an extra lethal. Tactician, which can allow you to equip 2 tacticals. There's perk 1 greed, perk 2 greed, perk 3 greed, which allows you to pick 2 types of whichever perk. So you could have like flak jacket and ghost if you wanted to, scavenger and cold-blooded, although cold-blooded seems like a perk 3 here. I'm pretty sure overkill is a wild card here too, so you could select that and then have flak jacket, scavenger, cold-blooded as your perks there. So in this case, it looks like Gunfighter's equipped, and it's equipped on the XM4. 8 attachments, yikes. If you're seriously gonna allow a weapon to have that many attachments, at least reduce the maximum amount of attachments that are required for a specific weapon. 5 attachments may seem like too much, especially considering that Gunfighter seems like it raised 3 attachment slots. I'm not sure about that one, Chief. But whatever, everything else seems normal. Let's just move on.
For the Pick 10 system, you'll always boast a full class of a primary, secondary, lethal, tactical, field upgrade, and a set of perks. Field upgrades are items placed in the world to give...
Alright, I want to take a look at these field upgrades because we haven't seen too many of these. Now, I've been told that Dead Silence is going to be a perk and not a field upgrade. As we can see here, Field Mic deploys a recording device that highlights enemy sounds on your minimap. So this seems like a portable radar here that you can pretty much just deploy wherever. And then recharge time is 3 minutes and 15 seconds, it looks like. So it looks, I'm not sure if it's just me, but it looks like the charge times are longer than they are in Modern Warfare. Unless like killing someone speeds up the time just like it does in Modern Warfare. But yeah, going to be pretty interesting. We'll see how that goes. I think Field Mic is an appropriate field upgrade for sure. Okay, SAM turrets, that I have questions about. If anything, this should be a kill streak, in my opinion. It was like that in Black Ops 1. It should be like this in Black Ops Cold War.
You can earn them.
Proximity mine, okay, this should be a lethal, not a field upgrade. And the reason why is because we've had proximity mines as lethals in Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, World at War even, and Modern Warfare. And that recharge time, I'm not too sure about. In my opinion, that's just kind of stupid. I think it should be a lethal so that you can't have like a proximity mine and the frag grenade, but whatever.
Solely based on time, not score. And they are the only type of game content that works on a cooldown that lasts after death. Now, wild cards are back. In this system, in every
Yes,
class,
sir.
you can pick one of 4 wild cards that let you do things like load your primary weapon.
3 attachments, yikes. Considering that weapons can already have 5 attachments, I feel like 3 extra attachments might be a little too much. They should reduce the maximum amount of attachments to 3. That way, when Gunfighter's equipped, it'll equip like 6 attachments. Then it won't be so overpowered. But whatever, I guess that's just my opinion. Let's move on.
With up to 8 attachments. Carry up to 6 perks.
Yikes, 6 perks. I feel like there should be a perk 1 greed, a perk 2 greed, and a perk 3 greed. Perk greeds for like every single perk category is a little too much. This could create some stupidly unbalanced stuff. Like 5 attachments and 6 perks on a weapon plus the field upgrades, which is most likely a bouncing Betty. Oh god, I feel like this is going to be a really campy COD, but we'll see.
Double the number of lethals and tacticals you have.
Oh wait, hold on, let me go back. Equip extra lethal and tactical and start with... Jeez. Those should be separate wildcards themselves, and you should already have 2 tacticals. But yeah, I feel like there should be like a wildcard for each of these different things. So equipping extra lethal, yeah, there should be a separate wildcard for that, and a separate wildcard for starting with max ammo too, I feel like. Actually, a fully loaded wildcard doesn't sound like a bad idea. But yeah, danger close, equipped extra lethal and tactical, and spawn with max ammo, that might be a little too much.
Tacticals you have. Or carry 3 primary perks from any mix of categories. Carry 3
Lawbreaker, equip any weapon in either slot and equip any... Good lord. So we already have an overkill kind of thing here, except this time you can equip Flak Jacket, Scavenger, and freaking Tac Mask. Although I'm not sure if Tac Mask is gonna be a perk 3. I haven't seen all the perks yet, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, this looks overpowered. Again, I haven't seen gameplay of it used yet, but I don't know. So let's just move on from there.
From any mix of categories. Of course, a key component of CreateaClass is the Gunsmith.
And it looks like it's going to be exactly like in Modern Warfare. I'm really excited for that.
There are more optics and attachments to unlock and configure than ever before. Every primary weapon can be customized with 54 attachments across 8 different nodes or attachment points.
This looks really good too. So it looks like you're going to have an optic, muzzle, barrel, underbarrel, body attachment. Haven't seen that yet. Although it looks like it's probably going to replace the laser sights. Oh, there is steady aim laser. Wow. I didn't know lasers existed back in like the 80s. But yeah, gonna be pretty interesting.
With at least 6 options per attach point. By default.
So yeah, it looks like each of these attachments are going to have their different pros and cons. So here for example, we have the Commando Strafe Sock, which increases your ADS movement speed. So it's just like the stock attachment from Black Ops 2. I'm really excited for that.
You can equip 5 attachments, or 8.
So yeah, as we can see here, we have like the duster handle, which basically looks like aim while going prone. Wait, what's this? Tightly wrapped nylon. I'm not going to stress it.
For the first time,
Quick draw ADS speed, yes sir.
Will show
Love to see
you what
that.
equipping an attachment does as a positive or negative percentage. You can now build backwards, speccing out the perfect gun for results you want to see in the field. This takes the guesswork out of the system and helps us on our never-ending quest to make the most balanced Call of Duty game you've ever played.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that considering your wild cards and your field upgrades. Yeah. Whatever. Let's move on to Scorestreaks.
There's one more thing I need to talk about. First up, we've updated Scorestreaks so that earned score is kept through death.
Ugh, sorry, I just cringed at that. By doing this, you basically take skill out of the game. Now, yes, I understand you're catering toward noobs here. However, I feel like that should be a perk or a wildcard slot. For example, in Call of Duty World War II, you could earn score streaks through death even with the Requisition perk. Requisition allows you to keep getting score streaks even as you died. Yeah, having it persist through all loadouts just by default is a little too much. It should be brought down to a perk. Now, as far as the score streaks actually go themselves with earning it, when you die, it should be like your fault that you died, and thus you should be punished, for example, by having your streaks reset. This is just going to make attack dogs and chopper gunners dumb easy to get, which in my opinion should not be that way. But yeah, let's move on.
This change gives all players a chance to engage with Scorestreaks.
You really put an emphasis on all, huh? If all players wanted to use streaks, they should be able to do it by simply just being skilled at the game or by using a perk that grants them the ability to keep on their score even when they die. Like I said before, throw in Requisition as a perk.
One of the most visceral and fun experiences across multiplayer's signature combat. If you do go on a streak and string together multiple kills before your own death, streak score bonuses help you earn into those higher powered score streak tiers. To prevent score streak spam, each score streak will go on a cooldown after it's used to pace out frequency.
Streak spam? I'm a little confused about this. This has never happened before in a Call of Duty. I'm kind of scared to see how this goes, but I've never seen the word score streak spam before. That's just kind of weird. I've never seen like a score streak ever been spammed before. Even in Modern Warfare, when the VTOLs came in, there was only like one or at most two VTOLs per game. I don't necessarily think it was being spammed per se. And when you're in a player controlled score streak like a chopper gunner, then I don't think you can spam any of those. But yeah, I just think that's kind of weird. Let's move on.
So, what score streaks are we talking about? Well, your favorites are back, but we've also got a few surprises. Score streaks in Cold War can be used in all the classic ways. To aid in taking an objective, to save your team, to break up the pace of the game with a fun new experience.
Alright.
We've also tailored strategy into the system, as score streaks can often be neutralized with a counter score streak.
At that I'm actually interested in. Using a counter score streak to counter like a really overpowered like gunship or something like that. I'm kind of interested to see how that goes.
With a counter score streak. And now I'll pass it over to Sunny to share more about our operators and how they move in Black Ops.
Alright, that's pretty much it for this video. As far as the class system and score streaks go, I'm really scared about how this goes, especially with the field upgrades, wildcards, and the requisition by default. Some of the field upgrades just don't make sense. I feel like they should be put in like either the score streak category or the lethal category, like the proxy mine and SAM turrets, unrespectively. And having requisition by default just takes all skill out of the game. Nevertheless, here you guys go. I know you wanted to see me reacting to multiplayer and the class system and how it works. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to leave a like, and if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on post noties so you never miss out on a new video when it releases, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.